An investor, in assessing whether it has power, consider only substantive rights relating to an investee that is held by investors or others. For a right to be substantive, an assessment is required, and this assessment is whether the investor has practical ability to exercise those rights or not. So based on these assessments, we need to decide whether the rights that investor carry are substantive or not. And this assessment is based on the determination of facts and circumstances related to the rights. So let's discuss some factors. Based on that, we need to make decision whether these rights are substantive or not. And this list given is not exhaustive. There may be different terms and conditions and circumstances, facts and figures that we need to judge while coming on the decision whether about the rights, whether these are substantive or not. So first is whether there is any barrier, it may be economic or otherwise, that prevent right holders to exercise its rights. For example, there may be any financial penalty or incentive that may be foregone if the holder exercise those rights. So in this case, the we will judge that the right holder will not exercise those rights, and these rights will not be called substantive rights. Similarly, if the excise or conversion price is too high, that it will the excise right is out of money, and the holder will not exercise those rights. Similarly, any terms and conditions that is attached with exercising of those rights, and lack of explicit or reasonable mechanism in the applicable law, inability of holder to get required information to exercise rights, or if there is any operational barriers or legal or regulatory requirements for exercising those rights. For example, an investors for investors, if it is prohibited by law of land from exercising its right, it will be not called substantive right. Apart from it, when right exercise require agreement of more than one parties, and if there is any mechanism that exists to consolidate those parties to come on any decision, so if the mechanism exists, it will be called substantive, and if there is a lack of mechanism, it will not be substantive. Similarly, whether party will be benefited from exercising those rights, if yes, it will be called in money and the rights will be substantive. And in case of otherwise situation, if right holder is not going to get any benefit by exercising those rights, it will be called out of money option, and it will not be considered as a substantive rights. Similarly, when we are checking the substantive right, in that case, we need to check whether the rights that account or the holder is having are exercisable on the decision making date. So if it is exercisable, it will be called substantive right.